Have you ever stopped to wonder why certain people seem to attract success so easily, while others face constant challenges paying their debts? What if I mentioned that the solution to this age-old dilemma is hidden within the pages of the Holy Book? In the following video, we will present 5 incredible discoveries, practices that, according to the saint, have the power to motivate you towards the abundance of wealth. The end of these practices occurs without the presence of these 5 habits. It is unlikely that you will add new learning to your knowledge repertoire. The first 5 are excellent, so don't give up. This means a lot to you, so let's get started. Have you ever reflected on why the success of those who stagnate in life is persistence and determination? While some give up at the first obstacles, winners see adversity as opportunities for learning and growth. It's not just about talent or luck, but a mindset focused on constant progress and overcoming challenges. Therefore, do not be discouraged by difficulty, as they are what shape your character and drive you towards your goals. The financial prosperity of those who don't give up intrigues some people. How do they manage to multiply their financial resources, while others cannot achieve the same feat? They are constantly struggling to meet their financial obligation, and you realize that your finances are not progressing because the situation is at a standstill. Some believe that successes in life depend solely on luck or a guardian angel protecting us. The reality is that we need to take action and strive to achieve our goals. Believing in yourself and working hard is the most effective way to achieve prosperity and success. The absence of this mentality results from a lack of determination. Government is the apparatus that governs our society and defines the way we live. There is a distribution of financial resources in the community where different elements have influence, but they are not the only ones responsible. According to a survey conducted, according to the data provided, approximately 60% of customers seek service through the online self-service channel. Billionaires have accumulated their fortune over time through their own dedication and effort. Determination takes us to the heart of the matter. Ask yourself about the factors that lead a person to become rich and what that means. It is essential to pay off debts on time. Pay attention to financial results. Achieving are the results of our money, habits related to accumulating money. It is essential to improve habits. Promote prosperity in our financial habits. They are the clearest expression of choices. We make ourselves believe in something every day. Not the Bible, which many think is a spiritual guide, also presents relevant information. Instructions on how to manage our finances. To succeed in the Holy Scriptures contains instructions on behaviors, actions that can contribute to the economy, progress, and these habits are exactly those we will discuss in this video, showing how adopting them can change lives. Control your money. Life. Let's start with a big challenge. Observing the Bible is no guarantee material wealth for anyone, even for the most faithful Christians. This means we should not expect or demand prosperity of God just by reading the Bible. But we cannot ignore the teachings. Those who use financial principles described in the scriptures tend to have more prosperity not only in a spiritual way but also in your family, financial life. To make it very clear, by following biblical advice, you will be a winner. Positioned in a way that financial prosperity is made easier, however, it is crucial to understand that this is a step. It should not be seen as an exchange of favors with God. We shouldn't expect anything in return through our submission to divine principles, but rather follow them, believing that they are wise. That's right. Let's dive in. The 5 customs that the Bible indicates to achieve prosperity. These habits must be adopted. They not only have the ability to transform your financial life, for example, but it can also cause problems, benefits for your spiritual life, harmony in your home over time according to you. Adhere to these practices as a way of theme. In your routine, you will notice that they are present. According to ancestral wisdom, they have a positive impact on several areas of your work. So keep your mind open and heart willing to change these behaviors. They are more than just financial tips. They are life principles that can guide you to success, towards a more prosperous and balanced society. So let's explore these enrichers. The habits that the Bible offers us will be taken into account. Let's start by talking about the first crucial point. habit of being rich by living below your limit. This means that this essential habit concerns then by consistently investing in less than you earn. In other words, don't allocate resources. Use all your salary or income for consumption. Always leave a portion reserved. Prudent practice is highly recommended. Through the Bible, you remember the story. Joseph was in Egypt during the period of strength. White Joseph advised Pharaoh to keep a part of the harvest, foreseeing the 7 years of famine that follow. This strategy to live with less than what was received allowed Egypt face scarcity and surprisingly prosper during a period of crisis. This biblical example reflects the importance of maintaining a financial reserve for difficult time. Furthermore, there is another valuable teaching in Proverbs 21 verse 2 which states, "In the house of wise are the stores of top-quality foods and oils. But a fool in food devours everything he wrang." This passage emphasizes prudence to save and not spend everything on, since the wise are those who accumulate essential resources, while the foolish ones spend recklessly without thinking the future. Unfortunately, many people today don't have the habit of living below their means. They end up spending everything they earn or even more through debts and installments. This behavior prevents of a financial reserve and makes it difficult to achievement of prosperity. To reverse this situation and begin to pave the way for financial success is crucial. Adopt the habit of living below your bris. This means, therefore, starting by evaluating your expenses and identifying where you can cut unnecessary costs. Set a budget that allows you to save a portion of your gains regularly. Discipline and persistence. You will see that it is possible to build a solid foundation for your financial future by adopting this habit. Will not only help you avoid crisis, but also make better use of opportunities that arise throughout life. If you like tip number 1, you will certainly take advantage of the other 4 tips. So, thus comment on the secret of prosperity is in the Bible. Just comment this. The secret of prosperity is in Bible. When I see your comment, I will give it a heart. Now that you commented, let's go. Continue. Habit number 2, by having more than one source of income. In the second habit that brings wealth is having multiple ways to make money. Like before saying, don't lay all the eggs in a basket. And why we shouldn't do that, because if this basket falls, we will lose all the eggs we laid in it. The most obvious way to reduce risk is place the eggs in several baskets. I'm sure you've heard of this. After all, almost everyone knows this, but knowing that something is not the same as being wise. Knowing is not the same thing to do. I insist on this because unfortunately few actually put this into practice in their lives. Trusting only a source of income is how to put your eggs in one basket. That doesn't happen. Does it matter if you've had a stable job for many years or if you are a well-paid employee? It doesn't matter if you have a business that is doing very well. For a long time, depending only a source of income is very risky because this is a risk because jobs don't last forever. Companies can fail. Wages can, even those of a public nature, lose value. Employees and unforeseen events, it will certainly happen sooner or later. Speaking of which, notice what the book of Ecclesiastes 11 verse 6 advises: to sow morning and evening, and not to leave your hands idle, for you do not know which will succeed, this or that, or whether both will do equally well. Reflecting on this advice, it is advisable to develop the habit of having multiple sources of income. Like any habit, this one is built over time and with consistent practice. I have friends who follow this habit, and whenever I spend time with them, I learn a lot about the practice they continually talk about: creating new sources of income. I remember one day, at a restaurant with one of these friends, we were having lunch and discussing how the place could be more profitable and financially secure. We looked at the cash register and commented that they should sell desserts, chocolates, and sweets to customers who had just finished their meal. We observed how customers behaved and quickly came up with ideas about what they could offer in the restaurant to increase profits. Honestly, anyone who is in the habit of creating sources of income always sees new opportunities. They create the habit and see how their financial life can diversify and increase. The third habit is, without a doubt, having financial reserves. This reserve means setting aside a certain amount of money to be used only in emergency situations. These emergencies can be positive, like an amazing opportunity to study abroad or a business offer that's too good to miss, or negative, like losing a job or facing health problems. It surprises me that many people still don't understand the vital importance of having a financial reserve. I believe that if everyone knew how beneficial it is to have this money saved, everyone would think a little more about what the Bible teaches us. In Egypt, during the 7 years of abundance, they created a financial reserve, which gave them enormous economic power. As we know from historical and archaeological records, this power did not come out of nowhere, but was largely thanks to the financial reserve that Joseph helped create. Many people question whether they should save money only when they are sure they will face difficult times. But pay attention, difficult times are inevitable. The Bible in Ecclesiastes 9:1 says, "I turned and saw under the sun that the race does not belong to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor yet the bread to the wise, nor yet the riches to the wise, nor yet to the favor of skilled men. But time and chance happen to them all." This shows us that regardless of our spiritual condition, we all face unexpected challenges. Therefore, it is wise to be prepared. An effective way to prepare is to create a financial reserve. How, as it is often said, it can be a true protection in times of difficulty. This is once again confirmed by the Bible in Ecclesiastes 7:12. "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellence of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to those who possess it." Thus, in addition to the strong protective potential that a financial reserve offers, it is also a habit that enriches. Imagine a young man who has just gotten married and lost his job. For many, losing their job in a situation like this can be disastrous. But by God's grace, many already know the importance of having a financial reserve, as the Bible teaches. I speak from experience. I lost my job at a time when I didn't expect it, but I had a savings account that sustained me for more than a year. It was this reserve that allowed me to pursue my dream of dedicating myself entirely to transforming lives by teaching biblical principles about finance. I did this without needing a permanent job and without facing the complicated traffic in my city every day. With this financial peace of mind, I was able to focus on my life's mission. This highlights the immense difference an emergency fund can make, not just as a safety net, but also as a foundation for future opportunities. The fourth habit is making investments. Remember, habits that help you become rich include living within your financial means and having a meaningful purpose that allows you to invest. There is no doubt that developing the habit of investing in stocks, real estate, fixed income properties, businesses, and other products can provide you with a much more comfortable and successful financial life. The Bible gives us several examples and advice about the importance of investment. A significant example is the parable of the talents told by Jesus in Matthew chapter 25. In short, this parable tells of a rich man who entrusted his possessions to his servants, giving each of them money according to their abilities. Some of these servants used the money they received to invest and managed to multiply what they had. However, one of the servants simply kept what he received without investing it. When the master returned, he confronted the servant and said, "You should have deposited my money with the bankers, so that when I returned, I would get it back with interest." Matthew 25:27. All our goods come from God. He wants us to increase these resources. This encompasses our spiritual family. It is clear that financial resources are therefore necessary. If you truly want a more prosperous society, financial life, you must learn. Investing is an option that allows you to invest, having money work for you instead of you. The path is to dedicate yourself exclusively to financial gain. To achieve financial freedom, I recognize that, in the beginning, the habit of investing it may seem difficult, but even it's scary when it involves someone, the financial market, and its products. Initially, you may be afraid to open one. A brokerage account can be used to transfer money. For this account, choose which financial products to apply, fixed or variable income. But here's mine. Don't let fear hold you back. As you learn and gain experience, feel more secure and confident. The results will start to appear soon. The relevance of investing, imagine that. Every real invested is a small fruit. Over time, this seed develops. It becomes a strong tree and can support many branches. Fruit starts with reduced amounts of fruit, little by little, acquiring knowledge and experience. Currently, it is common knowledge that there are several knowledge options, resources for those who want to study, more information about investment, book courses, videos, and even help from others. Many professionals in the field begin to work with fixed income investments, such as the Treasury Direct or the CDBs that generate income. By feeling safer, they offer greater security. Safely, they begin to expand their business. Portfolio includes greater risk, potentially higher return options such as like stocks and real estate funds. Investing is not just about money when it comes to investing. You invest in your knowledge and skills. In relationships, you are improving your performance. There are chances of success in all areas of life. When the Bible mentions multiplication, our talents are inspiring us to move forward, correctly manage everything we receive, multiplying and making good use of these resources. Lastly, remember this. Investing is a long-term goal, and the fruits of this behavior will come with frank. Wait with patience and perseverance. Think about investments as something to be planted, not future. This way, when difficulties arise or when you need to, I want a little more freedom and security. Your investments will be there to support you. And the fifth habit that gets rich, according to the Bible, is seeking wisdom in Proverbs. It is written, "Blessed is he who finds wisdom, one who gains understanding, because she is more profitable than silver and yields better returns than gold to achieve financial prosperity." Path inevitably passes through the search for wisdom. But, after all, wisdom is one of the best definitions of wisdom, is that it is knowledge put into practice. Pay close attention to this. Wisdom is to know how to do something that is transforming knowledge in action. I need to emphasize this point because having knowledge and not applying it has little value. What really matters is knowledge in action. For example, many people know that saving money is important, but few are wise enough to actually do this. Listening to what I said about the importance of living below your means, unfortunately, only a small number of people will have the wisdom to put it into practice. See what Proverbs 13:1-16 says. Every wise man acts with knowledge, but is a fool. Flaunt your madness. That means you need to acquire knowledge. And when we think about personal finance, you need to learn about smart ways to make money, understand passive income, know the importance of an emergency fund, learn about local and foreign investments, shares, investment funds, fixed income, among others. But more than getting this knowledge, you need to acquire wisdom that is put into practice. What you learned here are the 5 enriching habits: living below your means, have multiple sources of income, creation of an emergency fund to invest, and seeking wisdom. I have 2 news for you, one good and one that may not be so exciting. Good news is that these habits have the potential to completely transform your life. I say from personal experience, when I saw a significant improvement in my life because adopted each of these habits and put them into practice. When I started living more economically, my life improved significantly. The same happened when I sought more than one source of income. The same way when I created my emergency, deep down I felt much safer. When